Oh my God, it's Chesney Hawkes. Hello,
Hey,
Chesney.
hello.
It's so nice to see you.
I don't think I've ever seen your real hair.
Oh, well, I know. Well, I thought you wouldn't recognise me, so I thought I'd, have to come in
Yeah,
fancy
exactly.
dress.
Oh yeah. Don't that I'll never live that one down, will I?
No, but do you remember this?
Yeah, of course I do.
Do you? Well, I've got
Yeah.
something else that you might remember. I've got somebody who wants to say hello before we start.
Okay. Hey! Look at those cool
Do you
sunglasses.
remember those glasses? Look, don't know how I can
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah, of course. Oh, I
How
love
many
it.
times have you been on stage in pink glasses? They were cool, weren't
No,
they?
I think that might be the only time, or should I say, the one and only time.
The one and only time. It's so cool. It's so cool to speak to you. So, how are you?
I'm very well. Yeah, it's kind of an odd time for me and for everybody, I guess. But I'm always on the road, and I've just stopped. So it's nice to get off the train and you know hang out with my family and get to know my kids.
Yeah, I bet your wife is pleased to have you home for a little bit.
She is, she is very happy about that. Yeah, it's been lovely. That side of it's been great. We've got like, a puzzle on the dining room table, and we've been playing board games and watching movies together and having dinners together and taking the dog for a walk. It's been lovely.
Oh,
Almost
so
like
what are the
normal family, almost.
things? Almost. So what are the things have you been doing then? Because I know that you've been having a few gigs at home, which have been rather amazing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that, a lot of like live streaming, and I did a live stream for Eamon and Ruth the other day with the kids. So they've all been joining in.
I
My
saw
my
that.
14-year-old's been playing guitar, and the other two are singing, and it's just that side of it's been quite fun, like getting into the tech side. I've started a whole kind of like TV show from my studio, which I've been doing every other Friday. Got one this Friday actually, if you fancy it. Uh,
How's it been going? Is it have you been getting loads of viewers?
we did on the last one. It's a tricky one because Friday night, and it's tough to get people to come along. But it's been great. Last time was amazing. It was pretty much sold out and packed, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I've been doing kind of not just music, just kind of like been interacting with the people, and bringing them in and talking to them, and
A bit like this
yeah, it is very much like this
in,
actually.
in fancy dress.
It's That's true. I was thinking about maybe doing that one
You should
one
do. You
day, or
should say everybody's got to be in like 80s fancy
you've got
dress.
yeah, exactly. or
So,
doing one show like, right, everyone wear hats this time.
yeah,
Let's see
yeah,
the hat.
exactly. Oh, so and then I've also seen that you're on the lineup for this Let's Rock Lockdown that's coming this Saturday.
Yeah. That was fun. It's well, they filmed it all in advance actually, so it's not like a live stream as such. Although they've kind of billed it as a live stream, everybody's recorded their thing, and then it kind of goes out live. So
Ah,
I've already done it, between you and me.
that's interesting because I assumed that it was completely live.
I think yeah, that's how they're kind of billing it. Yeah, it's interesting.
In that case, I might watch Britain's Got Talent with the kids and then watch it afterwards.
That's a good idea.
Oh my God! So, what did you do? What did you sing?
Well, I got my little 14-year-old on guitar,
Oh,
and we did a bit of Prince. I can't even remember what we did now. I've been doing so many of these things that they're all rolling into one. I think I did a bit of Prince, a bit of Brian Adams, and of course I did the one and only. I can't do a Let's Rock show without doing that.
your kids are gorgeous, Chesney. I was so impressed. Your daughter's hilarious when
I
she's
know,
like
she's so
dancing around in the
funny.
background and everything.
She does all the movements.
Yeah, yeah, she's fantastic. She's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. She
Um,
stole the show on that when I did the TV thing the other day.
yeah, I saw that. So, the sort of positive things then about the lockdown for you.
Well, I mean, as I said before, family. That side of it's been lovely. I like the no traffic is lovely. Just going outside here in LA. The air quality has improved. It's like it's really like clear and lovely over here. We've
Noticeably,
got
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing over here right now called bioluminescence at the ocean, which happens kind of rarely, like every 3 or 4 years, and it's this beautiful luminescent algae, and it's like watching like the Northern Lights but on the sea. It's beautiful. Like when the waves crash, it kind of lights up bright green and blue. It's so gorgeous. If you get a chance, go and have a look on online. Just Google bioluminescence in the ocean, and it's just amazing.
Oh, and what else was I going to ask you? I was going to say, so, while you've been at home, you've been obviously missing all the gigs that were going to happen this year. What was you most looking forward to this year?
I mean, so much. This year I had so much planned. A new record that I've pretty much just finished now, which I was literally just as the lockdown happened. I was just about to, start making videos and doing photo sessions and getting all the content together. And of course I can't even go out the house, let alone go to do a photo shoot. So there's that side of it. I was really looking forward to that, and it's all been kind of put back a little bit, which is frustrating on one hand, and on the other hand, it's given me time to kind of think, okay, so what else could I do here? How can I make this into a positive? And it's given me a little of extra time to think about exactly how the album looks, and if it's right, so possible other songs, that kind of thing. And it's given me time to kind of, to build content and think about how I want to present it, so I'm spending time with that, and I've got way more time than I thought I had. Normally with a record, it's like, rush. That's done. The management are always like, okay, it's time to put the paintbrush down. The painting is done. Because us artists, we're never finished.
Perfectionist.
Yeah, it's always like, no, I'm sure the reverb on that snare drum on the second track is just not quite right, so it's given me a chance to go back and look at those kind of things.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the album and the new single then.
It's produced by a guy called Jake Gosling, who's an old friend of mine, who is he actually became very successful over the last kind of 6 or 7 years, where he actually he actually found Ed Sheeran and produced his first album, and has been involved with Ed's career all the way along, and so because of that success with Ed, he went on to produce One Direction and Sam Smith and all sorts of people, and he's a very, very successful guy, and we've known each other since we were kids, funnily enough. So lovely to see his success, and we were just having beer or something, and a couple of years ago, and we got into talking about perhaps doing an album together, and because he was there at the beginning with me, he was very excited about the potential of doing that. So we just thought, oh well, let's just see how it goes. We'll get together and we'll write a song or something. So we got together and and the first thing we wrote was just like, oh my god, this is perfect, this is great. So we decided to make an album together, and that's what I've been doing over the last couple of years, to be honest with you. And because he's such a busy guy, we had to kind of like, and because I'm busy too, I'm always on the road, or if I'm not on the road, I'm here with my family. So we've kind of like picked out a couple of days here, a day there, in between touring and stuff like that, where we can spend some time together and get this album together. That's why it's taken so long. But it's pretty much at the end now, and it's great. I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it.
Fantastic. Okay, what is the first thing then that you're going to look forward to doing then when this lockdown's lifted?
I've started dreaming about gigging. I'm literally. I think
we're all dreaming about seeing you gigging, Chesney.
Well, you can only see me on a screen at the moment. It's crazy.
Still, it's the highlight of my lockdown.
Oh, bless you. Well, you should come along on Friday and see, the show. It's quite fun. We've been having a lot of fun.
I'll come along on Friday.
Yeah. I'll make sure you get a link.
Thank you.
So I've just been kind of like thinking about just not just being on stage, but just like the whole process of gig, where I'll go to my brother's house and we'll pick up Jody and put the drums in the back, and we'll get the go and get the guitarist, and we're in the band together, and and just kind of boy chatting on the road, and all of that stuff. I've kind of missed that interaction,
Yeah.
and of course I miss the gigs and just playing to people, because it's fun doing gigs like this on online, but you don't get that. You can't hear. You can see the, that, but you can't kind of feel the. We've been unmuting everyone kind of towards the end of the show so that I can get a little bit of feedback.
That's a good idea.
And it's complete crazy cacophony of noise, but it's quite nice to get that. Get that feedback back from people.
It's the same for us at home. We're watching it, and obviously it's awesome to watch you guys, but at the same time you miss having like millions of people around you and standing outside for ages, or just the whole atmosphere of
just hearing people, everyone's reaction.
And,
exactly. Oh, I haven't had very many knickers thrown at me recently. So.
I'm so pleased you've not said any bad words as well during this, because normally when I interview you come out with.
Oh, I do, yeah. Well, I'm behaved because I've got teenagers sleeping just over there. So
sleeping?
Yeah, it's the early morning.
Oh, okay. How early is it in LA?
It's like 7 a.m.
Oh,
it's 8 now.
Now I've got when I've been doing these, I've been asking 10 like really fun questions at the end. So like 10 of your favourite things. So you don't need to kind of think too much about it. You don't need to justify your answers or anything. It's just for fun. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course. Fire away.
Fantastic.
Quick fire round.
Quick fire round. Favourite takeaway?
I'm going to go with Thai.
Favourite cover that you sing?
That changes daily, or at least weekly. My favourite one at the moment was that last week I did Isolation by John Lennon. I love singing that.
Favourite sport?
Football. Sorry.
Favourite place in the UK?
I'm going to say at the moment is Dorset. I love the beautiful green rolling hills. It's beautiful.
Have you got a house in the UK?
Yeah, I have a house in London, actually, in near Richmond.
Okay. Favourite game that you play with your kids?
We play this thing called the Settlers of Catan, which is a board game, and it's really fun. It takes ages, but it's great, and it's a nice, great family fun game. So check it out.
Check it out. Well, favourite chocolate bar?
I like, if I'm going to go with a chocolate bar, I like the kind of dark chocolate ones. So yeah, you're a milk chocolate girl, aren't you?
Yeah, or white chocolate even. I love a bit of white chocolate.
Yeah, you're a sweet tooth.
Yeah,
but
really.
I prefer like the really expensive dark chocolate.
No, I'm quite cheap in that respect. I shouldn't say that, should I? Best favourite venue that you've ever performed at? I remember asking you some random question about this in one interview, and you'd like performed in Iceland or something, or on some glacier somewhere.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a performance as such. It was part of I was part of a journalist trip to Iceland. I mean, I've been there many times actually. I love Iceland. There's something very beautiful and spiritual about that land. It's gorgeous, and maybe because it's geothermal, everything's run from the energy of the earth, and there's something beautiful about that place. No, I think, I don't know why we got onto Iceland there, but
I think I asked you your favourite. I don't know, what did I ask you? Your favourite venue to perform at?
Right.
Or favourite place to perform, or something like that.
I mean, there's so many places I've played and so many amazing venues. I like a small venue, actually. I have to say, like, so some of the kind of small intimate venues I really like, because you can see the whites of their eyes and you can really hear yourself. I mean, it's important to me to be able to kind of, have a good sound in my ears. And of course, the smaller venues, you do tend to have better sounds, because when you're playing at stadiums or, festivals, more often than not, you don't have much of a sound check, and it's just like, it's so vast that you kind of lose yourself a little bit, and you can't really hear the intricacies of the music. But as far as spectacular venues that I've played in, I think Vienna Stadium is probably the one that sticks to. I was supporting Bryan Adams years ago. This was like in '93, around Europe. It was me, Extreme, and Brian Adams.
Cool.
What a lineup, eh? And so that, yeah, that was a beautiful stadium, and just playing to 80,000 people was phenomenal.
Fantastic. Just going back to like performing in front of small audiences and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like when you're at Butlins or places like that and you've got people hanging on your legs and screaming like mad. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all. No, in fact, I quite like it.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, it's an interesting thing, that, because I think all of us artists, they like to feel that energy coming from a crowd, and of course, if there's people like hands up and grabbing legs if you go in the front, and that they're having a good time. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? And the energy of a crowd like that, the Butlins crowds are amazing.
I get quite excited, don't I?
You do, but isn't that why we love you?
Oh, okay. Favorite color? Did Chesney Hawkes just say he loved me? Oh God, no. Favorite. Sorry. Favorite color.
Purple, after Prince.
Oh, yeah. You like Prince, don't you? You did like Prince, yeah.
And I still do.
Still, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite time of year?
Summer. I'm definitely a summer guy. I mean, I live in Los Angeles, where it's beautiful all the time. It can get a little bit too hot where I am sometimes in the summer. I can get up to, into the hundreds, and I think we clocked it at 115 once here. Yeah, when we are in a desert, right now it's just perfect here. So I guess spring. It depends where you are, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
this
love
was
it.
in LA then. Yeah.
Like in England, it's summer for me. I think there is, when the sun is out in England, there is nowhere on earth I'd rather be. It's just heaven there when the sun's out.
And I think I know the answer to this one. Favorite animal?
I'm gonna go with dog.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, because hey, do you want to meet my dog?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
He's a bit dozy right now because he has been for his walk. There you go.
Thank you. Chesney, you've been amazing. I love talking to you. You're absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to see you in 2021, I guess. Is there anything you want to say to all the people that have missed your gigs and things this year?
Well, just that I'm looking forward to coming back, and also if they're interested in coming to see me on these online things, go to liveandunfiltered.com.
Absolutely lovely to speak to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you sometime next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you a link to the Live and Unfiltered for Friday.
Thanks a million. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye, hon. Bye.